Yeah, thanks, Erica. Yeah, look, we had a night where, we weren't sharp enough, especially in the first half. Had a plan going into the game. We'd hoped Jose was going to be able to start, but after speaking with him before training yesterday, it didn't make sense to force it and push him. So we adjusted, played a little bit different shape. I'd say we weren't sharp enough with the ball in the first half. In Colorado, if you think about that, we kind of let them have the ball, and I think we're organized and stable defensively. Here now, when we're in our own building and we have to make the game, I thought we struggled a bit, and probably I'll just say had a lot of guys that didn't have a good half. Got in at halftime and spoke and wanted us to create more, be a little bit more brave. I thought we were a little more aggressive in the second half. We changed back to the 4-4-2 diamond in the second half and had some chances, but not enough. So it's your ugly 0-0 Wednesday game that at home always feels like a loss. So disappointing, but we have a quick turnaround now and have to get ready for New England and have a chance to get better.
Jim, what were you seeing what they were doing in the middle with Daniel? It seemed like they were giving Joaquin some space to operate, but tried to hone in on Daniel. What were you seeing from your angle?
Yeah, we knew they would play three at the back, and there is some fluidity with their midfield. They don't have a true 10, so they had guys that would sometimes make it look like 2 6s, but then quickly turn it into 2 10s, and you have to give Klitsch and O'Brien credit because they really ran and covered ground all night, and they're both quality, have real good quality on the ball. So we talked about it at halftime, trying to have our obviously one center back was always locked up with Benteke, which is not an easy task, and wrestling with him. But now could we have our other center back released to the other high midfielder, whether it was Klitsch or O'Brien, and it gave us a little bit of problems for sure. I still don't think we gave up a ton of chances. The chances we gave up, we made bad clearances or bad mistakes. So overall, an ugly draw, and again, it's good to keep a clean sheet, but outside of that, we know that we need to be better, especially in this building.
16 shots for you guys in the game, but 2 on target.
Yeah.
Obviously, there were a lot of attempts to catch Miller off the line, I realized, but how do you get you guys to get more of them on frame? It's not the first time to see the imbalances.
Yeah, not enough high quality chances. Again, their goalkeeper played off his line, so the one Jack takes, I'll say that's a good long distance attempt, to try to catch a guy off guard. But other than that, I don't think we got into enough dangerous spots. I think you can think about now. There's a couple scrambles in the box where if it bounces our way, maybe one goes in. But Matt Real has the one clean header. That was a good look, I would say, where we at least get the ball after a sequence into a green zone. And make a play. But overall, in this building, the chances should be more constant. And again, we don't want to settle for shots, too many shots from outside the 18. And again, some of it's the opponent. They played a good game as well. They came in with 3 strong center backs and let us have the ball a little bit at the beginning, especially, and we weren't able to really find a way to break them down. If you rewind to the first half, and I'm sure we'll see it on the tape, you basically had our back four, Leon Flock, and then just a straight line against theirs. And they were playing a very dangerous high line, but the quality of our pass in behind them always either ran to Miller or wasn't good enough, and now they won balls. And the spaces between each back line now is 60, 70 yards, and you guys have heard me say it time and time again. When we just go end to end, it's not what we're good at. So that led to not good, solid chance creation and good attempts at goal, I thought.
Jim, how do you, it seemed like in that first half, the spacing between Real and Alstott and Joaquin was a little off.
For sure.
How do you kind of evaluate that? And is some of that just how programmed you guys are to have 2 forwards, that when there's not 2 forwards, it messes things up?
Yeah, look, I wanted it to go better with the 2 10s. The thinking there was that we could catch. They play with 3 center backs now. If you get 2 10s that are on the night and the combinations start to happen, it's the hardest thing for a center back because they don't know whether to release, do they stay, do they drop, and that becomes difficult. When we start trying blind flicks and lose one-touch passes, that goes out the window, and now they're just on top of us. So we weren't sharp enough with the ball, and that's not just the 210s. That's everybody being clean on the ball. Look, we made a few changes personnel-wise because we had to, right? Jack McGlynn goes away, who was in great form. We miss him, so now we're juggling a little bit. We wanted to have Jose come in and play the 6. In the last second, we change. We thought Joaquin could give us a little something at the 10, and we were just a little bit as a team off on the night, and it was frustrating, but at the same time, it's a point, it's a clean sheet, and then we know we have to be better, especially against the New England team that's going to be fresh coming in on Saturday.
Hey, Jim.
Hey, it's okay.
When Leon's playing the 6, do you get the sense that guys are, I don't know if hesitant's the right word, but less inclined to play through him in the way that they would play with Jose back then?
Yeah, I think everybody has a different skill set, and when you see Leon on the road, as an example, against Red Bull or Colorado, where we say you guys make the game, and he sits as the 6, he's perfect. He had 2 amazing games for us, but now you could see the strategy of DC at the beginning was they pressed us, but they didn't high press us. They let us kind of have it in the back and said break us down, which is difficult when now it drops quickly into a back 5. You have experienced guys that have played at a high level in the center of midfield that can break plays up. So it was hard for us, and we got baited into basically, like I said, a line of 5 guys standing across, and we didn't have levels to play through. We never had a level where now Joaquin dropped off or Danny dropped deeper, and then Leon was a level. We were just kind of a back 4 and then 5 straight across, and that's a tough way to break teams down. If you get one play right over the top, different story, and we score, and now they have to open up and change, different. But we didn't do that tonight. Where if you rewind to last season, that's kind of how it went, where we score, now they have to open up, and it changes things.
We'll do last couple of Joe and then John.
What did you make of the physical battle that Benteke brought with Jacob and Jack? It seemed like they passed most of those tests.
Look, man, it's as good as you can play him. He's a handful. He could have scored a couple goals tonight, no question. But when you talk about a physical presence, the experience that he has, his ability to use the body as well as he did, and maybe an underrated piece is passing. He played 3 or 4 through balls through guys' legs, and it wasn't by accident. He did that on purpose. So that's as good as a job you can do. Those are tough battles when he's wrestling with you. He's almost the kind of center back that you don't want contact with, because he wants to feel you and roll you and control you. But our guys did pretty good winning head balls off of him, and he played well. But also I think our defenders, Jack and Jacob, did a good job on him too. So. As much as I hate saying it, a draw is maybe an ugly draw. It's a fair result. I think they could have won it. We could have won it at certain moments, but overall, some things to work on for sure.
John?
Did you see what you wanted out of Michael, and is there enough to maybe get him to start on Saturday in a game where you're going to need everybody out?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's had fluid consistently drained out of that knee now, for several days at different moments. So it's kind of a pain tolerance thing. I thought he got through tonight. I got a little nervous with the collision that he had with Knuth at the top of the box, but I think he'll be fine. And again, we're a little bit thin in terms of missing Bueno, all the different. We didn't have a lot of bodies tonight, so we toughed it out, and now we have to regroup quickly and again put together a team that. Is a balance of fresh, a formation that maybe works against New England, and one that can create more chances. Like I said, be more dangerous is kind of the goal now for the next game against New England.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, guys.